to the HyperFast Agent Podcast. I'm Keri Shull, and I am so honored to have Rett Harmon here today. Rett has an incredible small brokerage with agents that really focus on having fun, and the concept of your brokerage, it's called Novus, right? So tell us what that means.
Thanks, Keri. Yeah, Novus to us means new and exceptional in Latin. So the place that we wanted to work didn't exist, so we created a brokerage, and we're having a lot of fun doing it.
That is awesome. Now, one of the reasons that I really wanted to have you on the show is because you were one of the early adapters to video.
Definitely.
Which I am obsessed with, but you were ahead of me, 5 years ahead of me, right?
Well, we've been doing it for a little while. So.
Yeah, so tell us kind of how you came up with a vision to start doing video in your business, how you executed on it, and what's happened.
Sure, so I date back to 2011 when I was at an NAR conference. I met Brian Copeland, attended his video class. I'm like, wow, we needed to be doing this. And so I started, and then we do a video, and then I would take way too long to edit it, realize I'm way too much of a perfectionist to make this work. So I was like, you know what? This has got to get better as it goes. So fast forward a few years, we opened our brokerage in 2014.
Okay.
Century 21, and we were kind of a new startup. There'd been one in our community before, but being a smaller town kind of in the suburbs, we're like, you know what? We got to be different. We got to be a little bit better, a little bit, outside the norm. So video was going to be our key to becoming the community expert. So what we did is we hired a guy. He was a professor at the University of West Georgia from New Jersey, and been in the film industry for a long time. I was like, you know what? Let's get with James. Let's start with his company and make this work. So we made a commitment to each other. We signed a contract, which I'm big on, keeping my word.
Yep.
To one day a month, we're going to do video on behalf of the brokerage, and we're going to talk about local business, community happenings, and hyper-local things going on. Why is it great to live and work in West Georgia? So that's what we did.
That's awesome. So you actually focused on community content from the very beginning, and then when your perfectionist came out, I'm guessing it was just taking way too long and too much of your time, right?
Exactly. I'm way ADD to the max. So taking the time to do the editing of the videos is just not my thing. I don't enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's just not fun. So I realized that I can't get what I think I could possibly produce on my own. So let's find someone that's a professional, and let's try to shoot as many different forms of content we can, different interviews, things like that. So we put it out there and had him do the editing and have it post ready. And we realized within the first month, he knew exactly what I wanted. It made sense. And I said, you know what? You're going to be part of the team now. So he actually takes care of doing the posting for us. He schedules it. I still am involved from the boosting or advertising standpoint to make sure that I know the audience that I want to really, put the video out to.
Sure.
And all that good stuff. But he's able to make sure that we have consistent content going out on a regular basis. He's figured out what our audience really wants to see and when they want to see it. And we have fun doing it. So it's a great concept all the way around.
That's really cool. So I know for me at least, a lot of people are constantly asking, well, what's your ROI on doing that? And when you started and people were kind of facing you with the same question, what were your thoughts on it?
I knew it was a long play. How do you place the ROI on a relationship?
Yeah.
You can't. My vision is to have a relationship for life. I want an agent that wants to join us to work at our brokerage. I want them to work with us for life till they retire. A client, I want them to be my client for life. So I realized, how do you put a value on that? I mean, it's exponential, right?
Right.
So you can't put ROI on everything in life. And I realized that a lot of people question what we did. And this is all part of the process. It's a long play. We're going to make it work. In the first 2 years, it was not a huge ROI. A lot of people were seeing what we're doing. A lot of people were questioning what we're doing. People were making fun of what we were doing. They're why are you doing this? Who do you think you are? Why are you trying to talk to people like you're some expert? No, I'm just trying to pay it forward. We came with it at a very pay it forward approach, no cost to the business owner. We want to spend our marketing budget promoting the area and why it's great to live and work here. So we want to talk about you. You're what makes it great to work here and live here. So people come to real estate agents after we've finished the transaction. Who do you use for this? Who do you use for that? And so we want to be that that.
You
connector.
wanted to be a resource and a connector. Yeah.
Yes. So the connector really made a lot of sense for us. So and also we wanted to make sure that we weren't salesy in the process. None of our videos came forward saying, call us to buy or sell real estate. It was I call it soft branding. Our logo, very small in the corner. We had similar music. I did a lot of intros. A lot of folks in our office, I asked them to help out with it. I got some who would agree to it occasionally, some that would like run from me. But at the end of the day, we had to have consistency there. So like, you know what, we're going to make this happen. We're going to make it work, but we're going to have fun with it. So we endorsed people that we knew, and we promoted their business, and their businesses thrived from it. At the end of the day, it was a win-win for everyone.
That's awesome. Well, you know, I'm a big proponent of video now,
Absolutely.
but I wish that I had the vision to get started with it 5 years ago, because the game would be very different.
Well, you know what? There's still time. And there's still a lot of fun to be had, and there's still a lot of content that needs to be shared. I commend you for what you're doing, and I love watching your stuff. It's fantastic.
Thank you so much. So one other question for you. How do you feel having video has impacted your ability to recruit?
So obviously, when we were able to meet with agents, one of the very first things that come up in conversation with our broker, Sandy, this interviewing people is, or if I'm interviewing myself, I've seen your videos. So it's like, it works.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like having the mindset, the attention, and just people knowing what you do and why you do it. And that's so important. And I think at the end of the day, if it comes from a genuine and sincere place, it will pay dividends in the long run, but don't expect short-term results.
Yes. I think for us, it's been interesting because we kind of took it by storm. So we hired 3 full-time videographers from like day one. And I just had an appointment today with someone in Saudi Arabia that's been following us online, right? And he met with one of our agents, and they messaged me, and they're like, yeah, he's serious, and he wants to buy a townhome like right now in Fairfax, right? So I think the long-term play, if you're just releasing content slowly, but for some people out there that are interested in going all in and like just hammering it, you can start to see results pretty soon. There's a celebration going on in the house, people.
There's a bowling rink in the back, I think. So that's cool.
So one of the things I've noticed that has been immediate results for us is recruiting, right? We have agents that are coming to us saying, I see what you guys are doing online, and it sounds like you had similar results, and that has been tremendous. And then you can offer so much more value to those agents through what you're doing with video. So really cool. If you were to give one piece of advice, something that you learned along the way for video, for the people watching today to take away from this podcast, what would it be?
Well, I'm taking a huge takeaway myself right now is realize that we're our own limit. So I'm sitting here looking at kind of a slow approach, what we're doing. We've been doing it for several years, but like it sounds like you're so much further advanced than I am with it. You've been doing it a shorter amount of time. So like, don't be your own limiter to what you're doing. Like, think big and go with it, but have fun. Like at the end of the day, people get shy about the camera a lot. And I always tell people like, well, I'm talking to you right now and I have 2 cameras right here, and they're more advanced than anything on the market. And everyone has 2 of them. So if you're that worried about it, stay at home.
And what's the most wacky creative for someone who's like, okay, I'm going to get over my fear of the camera and I'm going to do this? What would be your advice about how to be entertaining and actually have a video get watched?
So I always tell people random to real estate. Take something random that you're doing. What is it, your fun thing that you do, your hobby, your interest, or something that's kind of relevant to what's going on now, and figure out how to like tie that into real estate or your real estate contacts. If you talk about things that are real that you believe in, it comes across as natural, and people buy natural.
Absolutely. That's great advice. Well, thank you so much for being here today. We really appreciate it. And if you guys want to get in touch with Rett, I'm going to put his information below the podcast here. Give us a quick thumbs up and subscribe. See you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching our video. I hope you liked it. Give it a quick like below and comment and share. We'd love your feedback. For more videos like this, click here. And to subscribe, click here.